Hey guys, one of the people on my email list asked me for some submissions from north-south. He said that he finds himself in north-south all the time, but he doesn't know how to finish from there. So there are a lot of different finishes. Here are 3 of my favorites. So north-south, in case you don't know, is basically, if this is side mount, and his head is at 12 o'clock, my head is at 3, north-south is if my head is closer to 6 o'clock, right? We are lined up this way. Super common for judo guys to pin here. And I can be offset just a little bit. Now my head's kind of at 5:30. I can be here with both arms under, one arm under, one arm over, or both arms over. So what are my attacks? The first one that I almost always start with is the KIMURA. I'm going to have one arm under, one arm over, and be sprawling back. This arm, my arm is over here, means I've got his arm here. I'm going to make a very tight vise, and I'm going to drive forward. If I'm wearing a gi, I'm going to grab my own lapel here. That does make it tighter. If I don't have a gi on, I can do it without. I'm going to drive forward, drive forward, drive forward, drive forward. Let's turn sideways here, please, Richard. We're here. This arm is not in KIMURA position. That's all right. I'm going to block his hip here, drive forward, drive forward, drive forward. Eventually that hand is going to pop from here to here. As soon as it's there, it's game on. So we're here, apply the KIMURA. Many things you can do from this KIMURA position. I'll put some links in to some other attacks that you can do. But your basic attack here, to come up, turn his face to the ground. I'm using my knee to turn his face like this. There, twisting his spine, gluing his tricep to my chest, pulling up, and putting that hand behind the back. I'm not pulling with the arms. He's going to be linking his hands, he's going to be grabbing his belt, he's going to be grabbing his pants, he's going to be grabbing the back of his knee. But if I glue his arm to my chest, and then come up, much harder, you can probably deadlift more than your opponent can hang. I mean, think of it. How long can most people hang by one hand from a bar? Not very long. The average person, maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds. A rock climber, a minute or 2. But you can, and they're way 200 pounds. I can deadlift probably 400 pounds. So you can rip that hand free if you're using your body against the grip of one hand. So, KIMURA from north-south, my first attack. My second attack, this is possible in no gi, a little bit easier with the gi. Instead of starting from the over-under, I start from the double-under. It means both of my hands are coming under his arms. I'm going to be sprawled back here. If he's wearing a gi, I grab his lapels under his armpit. If he's not wearing a gi, I'm going to clasp my hands together. Now, I'm going to walk up, walk up, walk up. His head pops through. And then I sit back and take the back. That's even better if the guy's wearing a gi here, because then as soon as his head comes out, I've got a ton of control here. I'm going to sit back, take the back, move to a standard control. Third attack from the north-south is the north-south choke. As we're doing all this fighting for arms and fighting for grips and coming under his arms and coming up, going for the KIMURA, most people are going to lift their head up. When they lift their head up to basically compact their upper body to hide their arms, that gives me a root around the neck. So we're here, he knows I'm going for the KIMURA, but I know he's really good at defending the KIMURA. I'm going to take this arm, come under the head, basically take my bicep and put it against the side of his neck. Here, sprawl back. If he's looking this way, I'm going to use the ribs to turn his head to look towards you guys. Now I sprawl back, and I sprawl back, and I sprawl back, and I sprawl back. If your north-south choke isn't working, it's probably because you haven't continued sprawling back. You get this, bicep against the neck, you make him look this way. How do you do that? with your ribs. This is one time that wearing a gi is really good. It's really hard to stop him burying his face if you're wearing a gi, because it's just so much friction. Then I go back, and I go back, and I go back, and I go back, trying to choke him out with this area into the throat. But if his chin is here, that's pretty hard to choke. By moving back, 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 you're exposing the neck. So one more time. My first attack, going for the KIMURA. He hides it. I come here, bicep snug against the neck, check. Looking away from me, check. Now come back, come back, come back. If I want, I can link my hands. I don't even have to. And I go back further and further and further. Thanks so much, man. So I hope that helps. Those are 3 of my favorite attacks from north-south.